Great. So here we are. I'm very excited to have you, my dear friends, new friends and older friends, and Aurora and Ender in different parts of the globe and the world. So I'm very happy to have you here to share a little bit about around one of the chapters of the Becoming book here. So if you would like to start with introducing who you are and where you are, and maybe your first reflection to having looked a little bit into that the book is happening, and yeah, like that. Who would like to start?
I'll take it away.
Yay.
My name is Aurora and I'm in Iceland. What do I want to say about me? Well, I guess I'm an explorer of life, super curious about this experience, which is quite wild, and I've at times felt pretty lost, not having a clue what what my role is here and what this is all about. Slowly finding more clarity and coming, having experiences where I can feel that like what I feel on the inside is actually what is also expressed through my being. Yeah, I'm working around that, like supporting people to take that dive as well, to take the courageous act to step into that, to be more true to who they really are. And finding ways how we can support each other, how we can really receive each other when others are authentic around us. And that's something that I really appreciated about your book, like reading the content and especially the foreword. And the introduction is just so real. It's like so much honesty, so much vulnerability. And I like that. It's like, it brings ease to my being. And just the whole, I know what you're bringing, Matilda. I know it's profound. I know it's very important. And it's still, it's like, it's new. It's like, it's really on the horizon. And that's it can be hard to bring. Hard to put into words, hard to put into words that other people actually understand. But what I've read so far is like you really put it in very practical terms, speak very honestly, fluently, in a way that it's easy to understand.
Great.
Which I think is its simplicity is a strength. It's not too like woo, fluffy, or like not trying to be fancy or not trying to be anything, but just like a human being expressing experience. And yeah, so I'm excited to read more.
Great. That was a lot of points, very beautiful reflections. Thank you. Let's hear what Ender say. Where are you in the world, and who are you? Yeah.
Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Matilda. I'm Ender. I'm 41. I live in Sydney, Australia. I have lived here for the last 3 decades or so, and I was born in Cyprus. I'm married with 3 children, 3 toddlers under the age of 9. My eldest is a boy, and I've got 2 daughters, 7 and 3, and my boy is 9 years old. So I'm an engineer turned sales professional in life, and I like to think of myself as someone who loves to be addicted to learning, and learning in all aspects of learning, self-discovery. Wow. So everything that I do is all about challenging myself and putting myself out there to see how I can chip away at it a little bit further. So yeah, that's who I am, and thank you for the privilege and the honor to be selected to read a chapter and get a glimpse into your world and what you would love to share with the world.
Yeah. Your first reflections. What would that be?
Okay, so I pick up a book, and it's about the title confronted me. It's daily sex. I'm struggling to even say it. I come from a culture of not talking about these topics. Certainly not about that three-letter word that is also prevalent in our lives all day, every day, and what we're made up of. So I already walked into the book from the moment of reading the title with my own predispositions and thoughts and ideas and understandings of what that really means. And at times I was confronted and challenged. It was an incredibly easy book to read. I could hear you speaking, and it was really a vivid language that really pulled me into your world. That to be very frank with you, I didn't find it comfortable, and I'll explain why. It was too easy. There was way too much nurture and care and understanding, and the chapter was about respect, and it was about I am myself and my partner is himself, and I give him the space and the freedom to be him, and I also allow myself to be my own free self. And just that philosophy alone was confronting to me. Yeah, it was just incredible. It was just beautiful. And it somewhat forced me to look within and to say, okay, where in my life can I be the same?
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, thank you for your honesty, and thank you for noticing your own reflections at once. And we're going to share some more in a little bit. So thank you both for this introduction, and we're going to complete now, and we're going to continue. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. So beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to share around the chapter, which is number 10, and it's about respect for each other. And the amazing thing while doing this, in a way, challenging thing with trying to point out what is it that we are doing, I'm doing in life that works. So how it has been for me is that I've kind of grasped, oh, this is a piece I want to write about, and there it goes, and it's just been writing and not changed. So it's just like come out as points like that. Yeah. So it's interesting. Ender, you started to say that things were challenging about being like independent people, or you want to share what part it was that was like that kind of spoke to you? You want to start there?
Yeah, definitely. I guess it was, so the chapter was respect, and it's something that I guess we learned very early on in life. I certainly learned what respect meant very, very early on in life, and I have my own opinions on what respect is. Yet in reading your chapter, which was incredibly easy to read and to digest, however, at the same time, the concepts and the ideas that you brought into that chapter, I found it rather challenging. It was really easy, and I related to that. However, I caught myself discovering, well, what really do I respect? I mean, what really is respect for me? Is it the fact that I allow others around me to be the way that they are, and to allow myself to be the way that I am? And I think I'm confronted by that. I don't. I truly and authentically don't. I force things onto myself to be a better version of myself constantly, and sometimes that can be a bit of a struggle. And in that act, I think I also notice in others around me how they're constantly having to do the same, that they're constantly in a struggle to be a better version of themselves. So often that's not a relaxing environment. Yet in reading your verse, it was like this peaceful, serene environment. It was like, wow, that is beautiful, right? I too, I'm your typical male. I want to go out, explore the world and discover the outdoors and climb trees and hunt bears and all that sort of stuff. And what I expect of my partner is sometimes the opposite of that. And although I have that at home, do I really allow for the space for myself to be me and for my partner to be herself? And I'm left with a question, and
Yeah,
it's really beautiful.
and
It's really lovely.
that's really fantastic, because that's really, in a way, it's funny because the writing, in a way, it's for me. In a way, it's like me distinguishing. But of course, the wish would be that something moves, or like you are saying, that you're like noticing, already reflecting on how what am I doing, where am I standing in this question. That's fantastic. And
Yeah,
I want to honor how quick you did that, only with one
yeah.
chapter, to start to like look at your own patterns. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I found myself fighting it. I
Mm,
was fighting it throughout. And what was going through my dialogue, internal dialogue, was, oh, this is too feminine. This is all female thoughts about all emotional things and all this stuff. I'm a physical male and I'm a typical bloke and I just want to go out and rah, 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 rah. Respect looks like
mm,
respect, or this looks like that, or I was constantly challenged back and forth, and this just all happened within a one-page chapter. So
That's
incredible.
fantastic.
I like
That's
it.
fantastic. Yes, 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 yes. That's beautiful. Aurora, you want to continue reflecting?
Um, yeah, I mean, for me, reading it felt in a way like a milestone, because in my life, I have had relationship experiences which are exactly the opposite of what you're describing. Where like it's very hard for me in a way, like when two people come together and they create something, the third element in a way, which is the relationship. I've kind of like left my place and moved here, which is not a balanced place. It's like it doesn't have a foundation. So really losing what I like, changing my values, changing my routines, and like everything that you mentioned, I'm like, I know the opposite of this.
Check.
And I know it doesn't work. It's like it's not fulfilling for me, and it's not fulfilling for the other, and then it goes on and goes on and goes on. It like in a way the love gets sucked out of this contract and the commitment. It's like it gets dry. There's no juice. There's no drive. Neither person is in their essence and in their flow, and don't feel seen or heard or appreciated for what they really are. But they're really like doing good and like following the rules of the relationship commitments, and sometimes we even behaving in a way that the other one doesn't really want, but I just think they want that, and I play that role, and they don't even know that I'm doing it for them, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Can we just be authentic and like speak our truth and be honest and receive each other without taking it personal? That's also something that I felt through your text, even though you didn't speak of it. It's in a way allowing the other one to be without taking it personal. Like,
Yes, and really, why would you take it personal? It's funny. This is one point that that I wanted to write about, because it's like to keep your own sovereignty, you know, to be a being separate from another being, and like be responsible for being a happy, self-expressed being, you know, to see to that I'm fulfilled as a separate being. It's so easy, especially when you have children also, when you kind of go up to the service of everything around children and everything, it's very easy to forget yourself. And I see that this is one thing that we have managed to that I have managed, that he have managed, that we have like allowed each other the space to go do your fun things, you know. I go do my things, he does he things, and then we also have the relationship where we together to yeah. Not so common, maybe. It's easier to kind of forget oneself in a way. So it's like a conscious responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also something that I'm more discovering now is when relating to someone, truly appreciating their joy and their pleasure, like their true pleasure, not like in a way needing them to really like what I like them to like. But just like, wow, you think that's interesting? Wow, that's nice. I don't think it's interesting, but I really love to see you nourished and excited and full of life. Like, yes, please do that. Like, in a way to empower the other, because that empowers me. It's like everything becomes easier and more fun. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Ender, right now?
There's all the selflessness. I'm hearing the care and the I'm hearing the feminine so strongly in your dialogues, and it's really beautiful. It really is. In contrast to the masculine, and that feminine force of selflessness is so strong there, and I absolutely love it. And something that deserves utmost respect.
And at the same time, it's like, if this is the atmosphere in the connection, I am allowed and very invited and encouraged to take care of myself and to follow what really brings me life. So it's also like, it's not, I don't feel it's only selfless service.
Yeah.
Because I'm receiving the same.
Yeah.
I'm really taking good care of me, and the other is like celebrating my joy and my pleasure and my bliss and my empowerment and my individuality and sovereignty. And it's like, I don't know, it kind of like, it's like a self-sustaining spiral, but it takes honesty and the ability to speak of the things that are uncomfortable, like you mentioned, Matilda, the boundaries.
Yes.
What I like, what I don't like.
Yeah, and it's so, I'm also connecting to, because it's so easy coming into a relationship with someone, for example, to like fall into being of service for the relationship and completely disappearing as an individual. And it's very beautiful to be of service. It's nothing wrong with that. That's really beautiful. But there's something really powerful with holding like the individual core, and to be able to maybe also the feminine masculine, to the polarities, kind of, that the dynamic is there also in some way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Because in my previous experiences, where I was, what I thought was more selfless service, and I was always trying to please the other, make the other one feel comfortable and fit into, like tiptoeing around uncomfortable topics, um and I was like really willing to give and fulfill the other person's needs, but I didn't really acknowledge my own.
Mm.
But I was hoping for the other to wanting to give me what I wanted
Mm.
without really speaking it, because I just like felt like they should know and should want to give me what I want. And then I was frustrated when I didn't get it. And it's just like, oh, it's so complex. Like,
Mm.
and I heard such a beautiful teaching from a woman who has been researching men and women quite a lot, Alison Armstrong. And she said, like, if you think people are clueless, give them clues. It's like,
Mm.
it's not more complicated than that. Well, I've
Mm.
gone through relationship where I've been like feeling like the other is clueless and doesn't know me and doesn't know what I need or what I want. But the point was, I didn't know. I didn't know what I needed. I didn't know how to take good care of myself. And then I was expecting the other one in a way to be like in a parenting role for me, or
Yeah, maybe that's a good question. You know, how am I respectful to myself? You know, Ender, if you would respect yourself fully, you know, if that would be the foundation, what would that mean?
Mm. Yeah. You know, living out fully, I think, really comes out really strong. Living out fully, authentically, without any fearlessness comes up. So being and acting consistent at all times as to how I feel, and what I feel like, and in that space, acknowledging, not in a reckless sense, but really acknowledging everybody else around me in that same sense as well too. So what that really translates to in a day-to-day life would really be, tying that back in with the respect in the chapter, is today I feel like going out and making something, right? Yet when my partner perhaps wants cuddles and love and just wants to sit indoors and just watch a TV show or something like that. And for her to understand what I want, and for myself to understand what she really wants. And some way using language to create the reality that we both want to walk into. And fearlessness really looks like authentic in communication rather than leaving things to assumptions. And if I can bring that into the cluelessness side of the conversation that Aurora brought up, and that's really beautiful, right? At times, between man and woman, between my relationship and my partner, there are moments where things are left in some assumed world. All the assumptions. I assume she wants this, and she assumes I want that. She assumes that I know what she wants, and I assume that she knows what I want.
Yes.
And we don't communicate about any of those, right? It just lives in that space. Oh, we already know each other well enough. We've been together for 15 years. We have 3 children. We live in the same household. Of course, I know exactly what she wants. And how wrong could I be, right? You know, so it highlights to me that if I'm truly honest and respectful of myself, that I have to, me personally, I have to communicate a lot more than I currently do. And what that means is talk a lot more, speak out all those thoughts, all those assumptions need to come out into the surface.
That's really beautiful. And then if we add to that the point that when you're also living and engaging over time, you're also changing. You know,
Yeah.
you're changing, she's changing. Yeah. So also like assuming one thing that might have been right 5 years ago being right today. You know, so that's also interesting to allow for like acknowledge that people are developing or just noticing, oh, new things are happening, you're not putting the glass on the same place, you know, oh, you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, and even just with myself, the more and more that I let go of the ideas of who I am and who I should be, like in a way, I open up my identity to be more in tune with life and with what's happening in a way. It's like I changed so quickly. And it's even, it can be hard for me to keep up with the changes.
Yeah, and I just have to throw like a question in there. Is it possible to change together? You know, can you change like together?
Yeah. I actually feel like in close relationship where it's intimate, the transformational journey is very connected. Even when I've like gone somewhere for 2 weeks for training, or even like a silent retreat for 4 weeks, and I didn't speak to my partner or anyone for these 4 weeks, coming out and then connecting with my partner at the time, we had many of the same like transformational experiences, like understanding life in similar ways. Like when it's combined and it's communicated and connected, it's like it's in a way the same, but it's what it reveals itself in different ways, or it can show up in different ways in how we move around the world or how we perceive ourselves. But there's something so powerful in journeying together. For me, it's like such a great mirror to have someone that close, to be intimate with someone who can like call me out when my bullshit is playing. Can call out my bullshit. It's like, okay, look into this mirror. Like, what's going on here? That's yeah. That really supports rapid growth. Two chains together.
Oh, that's cool. So you know, given that that it, I call it sometimes like living a workshop, you know, like because you trigger each other and you're kind of constantly in mirroring and everything. So perhaps just right now, the being in a relationship is like the fastest transformational process. You know, I don't know. That was just the thought right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had many gifts as well in the times where I've been single or just by my journey by myself. And in a way, maybe needed that in order to find my own individual self to come into intimacy with another without like getting sucked into and losing my center, losing my balance.
I see. I hear like keeping the center.
Yeah, and I guess for some people it's probably easier than for others to really feel their individuality when they come into close intimacy. But for me, I really needed to learn how to be me. I'm practicing, like I'm learning how to be me and not compensate too much towards the environment around me, while also acknowledging it and celebrating the differences. Like in a way, be container for it all and loving the polarity as you speak. Like some things you like to do together, but other things he loves to do and you've no interest. It's like farewell, enjoy. I look forward to meet you when you come back. Like,
yeah, we're gonna have Ender come in and reflect on some pieces.
Yeah. Well, so my partner loves to be indoors. She loves cooking, cleaning, doing all the house stuff. That at least yet her dialogue, she often says, I love adventure, I love to be outside, and I love to go and explore. However, in my opinion of her, she'd rather spend all that time indoors, and she'd rather cook and clean and bake a cake and do all this sort of stuff. And she really does that, has been doing that quite a lot. And I often say, I love adventure, I love to be outdoors. Yet there are moments that the house and internal stuff needs to get taken care of that I often avoid. So it's really interesting. The whole conversation brings me back to dialogue and speaking and communicating. Everything just sources in communication, and selflessness to me really is an act of, yeah, I mean, I am her and she is me. We are all life and we are all connected. So to me, we are all the same organism, really. And what I want to do at times is wants to go out and explore and do stuff and come back, and she wants to do stuff. So really, I think bringing everything together is communication. So what the lessons I'm taking in this conversation here is, I need to do a lot more of that. I need to speak a lot more. I need my partner to do the same, and I would love for others to do the same as well too. I know for a fact that most of the guys around me don't do that. And perhaps that's something that is worthy of looking into.
Yeah, and what are the possibilities, in a way to clarify for myself, these are pieces that are important for me, what pieces are important for you, what do we do together, what do we do separately, what do you want respect for, what do I want respect for, it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
coming back to the your question around change, is it possible to change together? For me, it's been very interesting, like being in a relationship where both are transforming quite quickly. Just the excitement of getting to know each other. It's like, I look forward to get to know you tomorrow because I know you won't be the same, and I'm curious. Then it kind of always has the spark of this freshness, like meeting for the first time. Also for myself, like, oh my God, I'm so excited to know myself tomorrow. I have no idea who I'll be. So that's like, it keeps, it keeps it alive.
Keep being curious.
And like just like you mentioned, like, I noticed you placed the glass in a different place. Like, wow. Noticing and celebrating and appreciating, reflecting that to the other, that we appreciate the changes that we see. And
what I hear in that also is to see each other. Just the respect in that I see that you love these things. I see you in these things, and I appreciate that. It doesn't matter what it is, really. It's just to be seen and to be appreciated. And if we can see that in each other and keep seeing that in each other.
Yeah, and seeing really is is truly hearing another person and being heard. So for me, I think that the power of listening there really pops up.
Yeah, very.
And the difference that degree of listening does actually change in our own selves and in others around us. So listening powerfully.
Yeah, so it's like a tool to create respect, to listen, really, in my view. When I feel listened to, oh, I melt. Or just to get listened is like, that's all I need. Then I'm there at once.
Yeah, and without respect, can we truly connect together? Without respect, can we grow together, or can we change together? They're essential ingredients, aren't they? For respect to occur, listening has to occur, and for growth to occur and connection to occur, true respect needs to be there. Otherwise, there's a superficialness to it. There's a non-realness to it.
Right now, I connect also to, can I respect all the pieces with me, just not the ones which are nice and easy, but also my anger and my disappointments and my like darker pieces. Can I respect and allow myself to be fully in all of them? And can I also respect the other person, the flaws and what's not so attractive? That's also like respect in a way.
And it's a little bit like when true love does exist, then it all just comes naturally, doesn't it? When we truly love another person, we allow for that respect to occur, and we allow for all their vulnerabilities and all their flaws and breakdowns and failures and everything to just be there. It's like motherly love that is infinite. And I think growing, and if I can reflect a little bit on growing up, that we often yearned for that same degree of connection with another person, that infinite love, that infinite connection, that infinite listening, that infinite. It was like, you cannot break this, no matter what you try. That is always going to be there. There is always going to be a space of utter beautiful love. And don't we often want that from our partners?
Yeah, there's some fundamental human longing of having that, embracing love.
Yeah.
It's so lovely to talk about this. It's like so natural and so
Yeah, it was
I
very
agree.
beautifully expressed, and the infinite motherly love. And to me, it's not even, because it comes from you saying it in a male body, but so for me that's not connected even to a mother. It's like just the it doesn't, the sense is not a female body, just the to be loved, that's totally, in a way, the infinite embrace. I think that's what everyone longs for.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to kind of notice what's in between me and being that or doing that, or
yeah, that's something that I've also been learning awkwardly recently, I feel. And like, how can I be that presence for myself? Like when I have a meltdown, or when I have an emotion coming up that is more intense than I've ever felt before, or like how can I, in that moment, be conscious enough to ask myself, okay, my dear, I can feel that you are having a really hard time right now. What do you need? Like, how can I show up for myself? It's like, okay, I need to curl in like into a ball and pull a blanket over me and just like cry for some time. Like, how can I, in a way, both allow myself to be that childish, immature nervous system and also create the safety of the mature nervous system of the mother.
Wow, that's very cool expressed.
Wow. Yeah.
Like holding yourself.
Yeah. And the more and more I can do that for myself, I can feel that I can be with other people when they are having a hard time, instead of like trying to make them happy when they're sad, or shaming them when they're angry, or running away when I feel they feel shame. Or it's like, because I've been practicing, I've been in a way stretching the ability of my own nervous system to be with these emotions, be okay with that. And it's profound when we can do that for each other. Because like you said, and there it's like this motherly love, but in a way we are all each other's mothers and fathers. Like, can we just keep showing up for each other in that way? It's like loving this another being that I'm meeting for the first time, and I know you're on the other side of this planet, and I'm like, I like you, what a beautiful being. It's like, I feel like I've been invited to your home, and I know your family a little bit, and like, how precious. It's like, and it matters to me, these connections, and
it's really precious. Yeah. That's beautiful. That really is beautiful. Yeah.
I'm thinking any kind of question or other reflection of the book, or the purpose of the book, or the process, or the word that we are not brought up to use with 3 letters, or you know.
what is your wildest dream around this, Matilda?
My wildest dream.
Yeah, when the book is out, like, what is your vision for the future?
My wildest dream. Okay, a dream would be that in some way it touches people. So in some way it's like my aim is to talk about and to bring that it's possible to live in bliss. You know, on the inside. I had no idea that this activity that we started out as a game with daily, you know, going into beautiful merge and sex daily, it opened up my body so much. Yeah, so all these different orgasms and energy running through, I had no idea it was possible. So now the walking around every day is in bliss. And I would love to that is known, that we can like live in that state. So the longing is that becomes known, you know, and that we can live heaven on earth, you know, that we can live in this life feeling, you know, more and more people and everyone like a walking around bliss, you know, light.
Okay, can I ask another one? When you speak of this bliss, and you walk around the day in bliss, like what does that mean? Like is everything easy? No struggles? No like conflicts with people? Or
No, it really does not mean that at all. I live a very dynamic, family life, and doing this now with publishing the book is really scary, completely, so it's very, tough feelings. So it's not about not feeling, it's more the bodily sensation is like so awake. It's like being turned on the whole time and not turned off. So it's like being really, really awake.
you're alive.
Yes, very, very, very alive, yeah. And before, in my programming was when I was turned on, there was something to do. It has to like be a top and take it away, and yeah. But now I have like trained the body and everything, so which I'm describing in the book also, what pieces that have led to this experience. So it's possible to yeah, it's like a whole other life experience to be in this body as it is now. Mm. Mm. Any reflections, Ender, of the
I'm going to say something funny. It's a little bit like having 2 coffees a day every day, is it?
yeah.
It's
Probably I don't drink coffee very much, but it's like a high. Yes, it's like a higher vibration. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like being in bliss every single day. I really like that. I love the fact that it's achievable. It's a goal and it's attainable.
Yeah.
Um, and thank you for your generosity, Matilda, for sharing. I can imagine how difficult it must have been for you to write about all these things. I can certainly imagine it for myself to be difficult, and to authentically, openly share about your most intimate, your most internal thoughts and practices and ideas and philosophies and everything else. But I can also see the value in others having gotten this. I certainly have learnt a lot in both this conversation as well as as well as reading a chapter, and listening to Aurora as well too. You've got such beautiful thoughts, and I'm going to walk away today a different person.
Wow, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So yeah, I really appreciate our sharing together. So let's see if there are any like closing words or something you want to say to complete our sharing.
What is
I have a question, Under. If you walk away as a different person, what is it that you bring with you? What is it that you take away now? Is it possible to describe?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Just respect really comes up very profoundly and very strongly. And what respect really looks like is allowing myself to be the way that I am, and in the same way, allowing my partner to be the way that she is,
Yeah.
and listening. I mean, truly listening is going to be the source of that. Listening for what she's saying and listening for what she's not saying, and allowing for anything to come up without any imposed judgments, without any restrictions, hindrances, and there is a stillness to it. And literally, I'm looking outside at the moment, and there's a swimming pool, and it's completely still. It's as though there is zero ripples. So I'm walking away a lot more peaceful.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's so
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you, Matilda. Thank you, Aurora.
Well used time. Well used time. Yeah, Aurora. Any closing words?
I feel really alive from this conversation. I feel so much heart. It's like heart connection. I feel joy and appreciation for like human beings. I didn't always like adults because I was scared. I didn't really understand that, but more and more like, I like you guys. And feeling, I mean, it's short conversation. The chapter was 3 pages. It doesn't need to be complicated. It can be very quick. To really impact us in a profound way. And I really feel that from this conversation. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be easy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my dears. We could probably share for a whole week or so, but we're gonna finish here right now. So thank you so much for your time and your hearts and your insights and everything.
Thank you.
Thank you both. I appreciate you both.
It's been an honor to support the birthing of this beautiful work.